Come on. Good boy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Walk with Regis. Come on. Today is March 30th. Today's weather will be, the highs will be in the high 40s and the lows will be in the low 40s. And there will be a 60% chance of precipitation. And boy, oh boy, do I got a lot of news stories today. So last night I was cooking this recipe. I cooked a lot of things yesterday. I made a bean pie. I made garlic confit. I made ham and cheese sliders with cranberry mayonnaise. Some sides to go with it. I didn't make my homemade mayonnaise yet. But I did a lot yesterday, and as I was in the middle of cooking all of this, I suddenly heard police sirens start to wail. Well, I go to the door and I'm looking out and I'm seeing cop cars just racing down the street up, a few blocks up from me. So as I'm watching, I swear I hear crack, 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 gunfire. So, I continue cooking because they're heading away from me. Turns out, first news story of the day has everything to do with what I heard and what I seen. Apparently, 3 officers were struck by gunfire after they pulled over a vehicle for a traffic stop, and the driver decided to flee the scene, and it became a high-speed pursuit. Well, as the high-speed pursuit was occurring, the driver started shooting at the pursuing officers, striking their vehicles. It ended around, I think it was Jefferson and East Utica, where I think he crashed into a pole or something, and immediately the police started unloading gunfire all into the car. And I've seen 2 different videos of this, and man, oh man, the person's vehicle was just, the side of the vehicle was just covered in, I don't know, maybe 50 bullet holes. I mean, the whole side of this car was just absolutely covered in bullet holes. During their pursuit, the vehicle stopped to let its passenger out, and that passenger fled. I don't know if he was captured or caught by police. And apparently, during all that gunfire, the driver was struck and is now being treated at ECMC. But apparently, it was a very, very, very wild night last night. And I seen 2 different videos from 2 different people who happened to be in the area. And the one video, the person was watching just before all the gunfire happened, but he ducked him and his phone out of the way to avoid getting hit by stray bullets, so you don't actually see them. You don't see the gunfire, but you hear it. And then the other video showed the aftermath, where it showed zooms and close-ups on the car that was struck. Anyway, on to the next story. In the next news story of the day, there was an alleged fight between a teacher and parent at Emerson School. Nothing was verified or confirmed. It's just rumors right now. No names, no ages, no nothing. No information. And also in the news, a Buffalo man is sentenced to 1 year in prison after attacking a man's or another person's car and them with a machete. The Buffalo man, the man went after the person in their car with the machete, damaging the car with the machete. He is now sentenced to 1 year in prison. Also in the news, a Buffalo man has been found guilty for setting his girlfriend on fire. Frank Bed Jr. is facing 2 counts of murder in the 2nd degree. It is alleged that he poured accelerant all over his girlfriend and set her and himself on fire. However, he fled the scene. Then officers responded to a house fire, found her in the upstairs bedroom. I think she was deceased by that point. I think her children escaped. 7-year-old suffered burns to her feet. And he was found hiding in woods nearby, suffering burns to his body. He's been sentenced, or he's been found guilty for those 2 counts of murder. I don't know why 2 counts. Maybe she was pregnant. Maybe that's what the fight was about. Maybe that's why. Maybe she was breaking up with him. Who knows? And last news story of the day. I told you guys I had a lot. Cheektowaga police are looking for a missing man. Ahmed Mohammed is driving a 2007 GMC Arcadia SUV with a license plate that ends in 4370. He's light-skinned with very short black hair and appears young, even though they didn't give a description. I saw a picture of him, and he appears young, like in his lower 20s. If you have any information, call 716-686-3500. And that's it for the news of the day. I told you it was quite a lot. And after that high-speed pursuit thing and all that gunfire, I swear I was hearing the gunfire. I don't know if I was hearing the suspect shooting at the cars or at the cops as they was driving, or if I heard from all the way on East Ferry